Okay, hi guys, it's Pink Ninja here. I'm going to try and do this video without adopting an American accent. I'm just going to play a little bit of Black Ops 2 and just go over my tips again. I think in the last video I made, they got a little bit lost because I was talking whilst I was playing, whereas this time I'm just going to narrate the video as it plays through. But I did pretty well on this map, on Yemen. I was quite surprised because I despise this map with a passion. So if you would like to see me play well, at about halfway through this map I start playing pretty good, but at the beginning I'm quite bad. So if you want to see me suck, which probably a lot of you do, this would be a good video, at least at the start, to see that occur. Alright, so when it comes to my tips, the first one, like I said, was about remembering where you spawn. The way spawns work in this game is that you're going to spawn near your friendlies. The game completely disregards where enemies are, so there's no chance that you'll ever spawn away from an enemy. So that's why you get spawn killed in this game so often. One of the reasons that that occurs is because you've got friendlies on your team camping. So that's going to ruin your spawns up a lot of the time, because what will happen is the enemy's moving around as they please, your friendlies are staying in the same place, and you end up spawning near those friendlies regardless of whether there's an enemy next to them or not. And I guarantee you, if people are going to be camping, there's going to be an enemy near them. So you just spawn and die. Furthermore, there's a couple of little tricks with the spawns. The first one is a spawn swap. So what that means is you're gonna, obviously at the start of the map, spawn at one end and the team's gonna spawn at the other. If you all rush out of spawn, you're going to cause the spawns to switch. So the enemy's going to spawn where you originally spawned and you're going to spawn where the enemy spawned. The only time that doesn't happen is when someone on the enemy team camps in the spawn. I have absolutely no problem with an enemy team camping. I don't mind if I get killed by a camper, because I know that I'm going to kill him in a couple of seconds when I get back there. So if they camp in their spawn and you manage to get to their spawn, it's great, because then the enemies are still spawning there and you just get a plethora of kills, so it's quite good. Contrary to that, what you'll actually get sometimes is when no one camps there and you may actually not see anyone on your way there. All of a sudden you arrive at the enemy spawn and your friendlies are spawning there because you've run there and they're spawning next to you. If you're really lucky, you won't accidentally kill a friendly in that circumstance. I've done that a number of times. I'm kind of shit. So, yeah, there's a couple of reasons why I don't like when people camp. One, it ruins your spawns, obviously. For me, and for most other people that I've observed, camping does not get you more kills. It just makes it harder. So, what it does is, it ruins your kill streaks, it ruins your friendlies' kill streaks, and it causes you to lose the game. This isn't just some little thing like, oh, it's part of the game. It's actually wrecks the game. To go and fix the spawns, so to change the spawn structure, would be incredibly time consuming for the developers, so they just don't bother. So that's not really something that we should entertain. But I just really don't understand why people camp, because it's not good for you, it's not good for your team. You're always going to die. If there's good players in the game, they just come and kill you after you've killed them. They know where you are, they throw a grenade in there, whatever. You don't get better at the game either, which is something that I've found is really important. Obviously, to begin with, you know, people aren't that good, regardless of how many shooters you played before and that sort of thing. I think I started Black Ops 2 with a KDR of somewhere around 0.4, which is disgusting. I think I'm up to almost 1.3 now, which is not that good either, but you know, it's better than 0.4. So, and I've been playing with Call of Duty games for years, so it didn't really make any difference that I'd played other games before. So, you know, these are my opinions about camping, obviously. I've put forward a lot of reasons and a lot of evidence to suggest why I think those things. If you guys think differently, that's fine. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to claim you're wrong just because I have a different opinion. I'm not always right. But, you know, if you do want to make a comment about how I'm wrong about the camping, well, that's fine. But if you could just do me the same courtesy and pop in a few comments about why. If you're just going to tell me I'm wrong and not give me any reason why, well, I'm just going to ignore you. So I'm sorry. It's just ludicrous. So we're going to go with, if you want to make a comment, I'm happy to read them and happy to discuss that with you, or acknowledge that I'm completely wrong. If you put forward a point that proves me wrong, I'd be happy to read that and acknowledge that as well. The second thing I wanted to mention about my tips is about lines. I usually loop the outside of the map. Having a line I find is really important for me, because if I know where I'm going to go before the game starts, regardless of where I think people might be, I don't have to make any decisions or directions. I don't have to listen so much to where people might be. I don't have to watch the kill scan on the side, the kill list on the side so much. So I find that if I just have a line of where I'm going to run, I find that makes it a little bit easier for me. The one tip that I can give in sort of as a sub tip to that one is try and avoid high traffic areas. I think that sounds a bit counterintuitive, but in reality, if you're going to go to a high traffic area, you might get 1 or 2 kills, but you're probably going to die because high traffic areas in this game are almost always completely exposed. You don't want to really expose yourself too much in this game. It's not a good idea. Because, you know, we all agree that the point of the game is to get kills, and you're going to get more kills if you get your kill streaks. And if you just ruin your kill streaks all the time, it's not going to happen for you. So try and avoid high traffic areas. It's going to be very tempting to go to those places where you know people might be, but just try and avoid that. I find that works out really well. You do get enough kills. It's not a big deal. If you get your stealth choppers and things like that, you get heaps of kills anyway, so you're not going to need to go into those areas and risk losing your kill streaks. That actually comes into another good point about corners. Corners are your friend. They really are. Once you get good enough to time your shots well, and sort of trust yourself to be a little bit quicker than the average player, the only thing that's going to get you killed is your back. So if you just keep in mind that running around a corner is going to protect your back, corners are your friend. So that's a good tip as well. The last thing I wanted to say, I think I already said that, but this is the last thing. It's about classes. I use an SMG because I'm a noob and I can't snipe, and I find assault rifles make me too slow. So SMGs are lightweight guns, and they have, you know, they make you run a bit faster and they aim a little bit faster down the sight. Make sure you choose classes, this is my opinion again, but make sure you choose classes that complement that. You know, I use lightweight, I use extreme conditioning, I use dexterity as my perks, because I find those perks complement my gun. When it comes to the actual attachments on the gun, I like to use my laser sight, as you can see in the video, and I actually have a foregrip on it as well. That's all about accuracy. It makes everything a little bit easier. A lot of SMGs have a fair bit of recoil, so that's helpful as well. Apart from that, I can't really give you any other tips that I can think of now. I'm going to be uploading a few more videos soon, just when I have a good game. I'm going to pop it on there. This one was pretty good. I really specifically enjoyed the last kill cam. Somebody was really not happy with me, but I'm going to leave it in there because it was pretty funny. So you guys have a good day, and maybe a good night, good afternoon, whatever it may be where you are, and I'll see you next time.